Well, that's the problem with the man, not
It's
her.
not. It's not. It's
No,
not.
he chose her.
We live. No, we live in
He
a
chose
society.
her and
Listen,
allowed her
May
to
I,
come in his life to break him.
may
no,
I ask
no,
a
no, no, no.
question? May I
That's not true.
interject? May I interject?
Because that's crazy. Go ahead.
So you said that sometimes a woman can take a great man and break him, destroy him, correct?
Absolutely. That's why feminists advocate against the updating of the family court laws that no longer serve what it is that we do in society today. Absolutely.
I'm not finished. But
Okay, I can
earlier you
understand that.
said
Yeah,
that
I
the
agree.
difference earlier you said the difference between men and women is the fact that men grow stronger from their
Mhm.
experiences and women are the ones that are
Oh, I
broken.
didn't say that he wasn't going to recover and become greater. Often
Uh
at times after
But that
divorce,
is the context in
let me
which
no,
you
no, no,
put it,
it's not. It's not.
Anton.
It's not.
may
Often at
may
times
I
after
say
You
one
divorce,
more
said
thing?
that though,
You
Anton.
don't
often at time. Here's the
you
context.
don't
Here's the
allow me to
context.
speak.
That's why I
Anton,
disagree with you,
Often
Anton.
at times after divorce, when you look at the circumstances and how things turn out, it is a fact that even though that guy was broken, he doesn't stay broken forever.
well,
Often at times, men then recover and become much greater than the spouse that left them.
But you didn't say that part though.
oftentimes, but
But
not
you
At
always.
haven't had
times,
that
Wait,
experience,
Anton,
though,
may I
right?
finish?
Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta let her finish. Let her finish, y'all.
May
Let
I
her finish.
finish? Now, what I wanted to say, I didn't want to say much. I'm not going to keep you for too long. I'm not too long-winded. But what I will say is that trauma is something that is genderless.
it's
A
not.
lot, yes, it is. Trauma
Not.
is genderless. A lot of people in our community are suffering from trauma. A lot of us need therapy. It is not just the women.
Here we go
And
with the
at the end of
therapy.
the day, there are a lot of broken men who are destroying just as much, if not more, than the women do.
Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
And you know that's the problem.
Speaking
I'm
over
sorry, go
me,
ahead.
speaking over me doesn't make you correct, Anton. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You know the interesting thing about that though is that every time we deal specifically with a particular issue and we say, okay, let's address it from the woman's perspective, instead of you substantiating your argument against that, you then try to turn it against men in order to try to make yourself justified in what it is.
Every time. Yep.
That doesn't make you right just because you want to put whatever it is that you're thinking you can't substantiate your argument against what we're talking about as women. When I talk to my wife and I'm kicking it and I say, hey, listen, what's going on with how it is that you was dealing with this, so on and so forth. And she say, but what about when if you had a problem with that, or if that was what we was talking about, why didn't you substantiate that when you had an issue with it? Because we talking about you now. We talking about what makes a woman the prize. And y'all never truly answered the question to the point to where it would substantiate y'all being a prize. And instead of you talking about that, you want to defer over into trauma with regard to men. First of all, I don't think that men need therapy in the way that women think that men need therapy. So that's a completely different conversation. But the reality is that men often at times recover from the circumstances that they find themselves in as a result of the ways in which the policies and the standards and the family court laws that we live in today. They'll recover. They'll get remarried. They'll become financially sound. The best earning years of a man's life is in his late 50s to early 60s. Meanwhile, We're just starting to see the ramifications of all of these women that said that they want to adopt these feminist ideologies, and they're dying alone.
They all single.
Miserable, broke. They are the ones that were most affected by the pandemic. They're going homeless. They have an astronomical amount of debt. They're miserable, and they cannot do anything about it. And that is a fact. Women often at times after divorce are 10 times worse, even though they file for divorce more than men do. They're 10 times worse off long-term than men are. Okay,
so let's just debunk this whole dying alone thing. I hear this a lot. Dying alone, dying alone, dying alone, dying alone. But the thing is, when it comes to the Black community, most of us women are going to die alone, whether we have a husband of 50 years, no matter what we do, because the life expectancy for Black men is much lower than it is for Black women. So, baby, we all dying alone. That's just what it is.
No, Ray, can I say something real quick? Ray?
Hold on. You're taking it out of context because you know what we mean. And usually
inflating like
no. She's trying to be literal instead of taking an example because she knows what we're implying. I'm talking about unmarried for an extended period of time, nobody to support you, in the household by yourself, not a widow. We're not talking about widows. We're talking about people that fail to get married or be in a long-lasting relationship that find themselves with nobody to care for them and nobody giving a fuck about them. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. We got to move on to the next topic, y'all, because I know we're spending too much time on here. I'll get this super chats on the back end. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Precious Lady Di. Lucky, y'all good? All right. I want y'all to get prepared because I'm coming to y'all first. Let go. I see you, brother.
Ray is a talking point expert, and she's getting toe up here. You can't come up with all this YouTube talking point shit. Go ahead, bro.
You just that's all you guys have is talking points. You all say the same thing. You throw out the same stats. That's about all you guys have.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself now.
Okay. I got to put this last topic in for the meet. I'm sorry. I just got to put it in there real quick. Hit the like button. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel again. And I'm going to get those super chats on the back end. But moving on to our next topic, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip.
Hey, I'm open to bringing another person in because I read an article where a woman and her husband had an open relationship and it saved their marriage.
Wow.
Because she had a very high sex drive. The husband had a very low sex drive, but she wanted to bring in another person and it saved their marriage.
There you guys go. Can an open relationship help fix a relationship? Can an open relationship help fix a relationship? I'm going to go to you, Lucky. Then I'll go to Lady Di, then Precious.
Repeat the actual question. Can
an open relationship help fix a relationship?
Not if one partner who wants the open relationship is the only one that wants the open relationship. I think what helps fix the relationship is what two people agree on. So if it's not within the agreement to now have an open relationship, what are you working on in the open relationship that's going to fix your current monogamous relationship? So I think if it's more in the context of I need to bring in another person, like another woman, because that person takes this job, I take this job, and that's what they're into, then I think that now they're entering into a new way of a relationship, not necessarily fixing the first one, if that makes sense. So I think that a relationship can only be fixed based on what those two people agree upon in those conditions. If one person thinks I'm just going to go get another partner or I want to make it open, usually that's the man that wants that. Women don't really want open relationships, but if the man thinks it's better to have an open relationship, is usually because he feels like he's not getting everything from that said woman. He wants something else or in addition, in my opinion. Bye.